Everybody, I feel like I haven't seen y'all in a minute. It's been a few days, right? It's been a few days or whatever. Y'all, I'm here today coming at y'all with the Love and Marriage Huntsville season 4, episode 6 review. Season 4, episode 6 premiered last night. And I just want to say to Carlos King that I don't know what type of, magic trick or like, type of golden, finger he has, but he really knows how to produce a really good show. I don't know about everybody else, but I really and thoroughly enjoyed last night's episode. Okay. So I want to get it started here. We're gonna go chronologically based on what happened. At least I'm gonna try to, because y'all know I don't take notes. Most of this stuff is just off the cuff. So we go to the lunch with Melody, Kimmy, and Stormy. They meet up. Melody's like, "Oh my god, hey everybody!" Oh, just the regular Melody isms. And there's Go Stormy, and basically they're all reminiscing over the pajama night. This is when Kimmy asks Mel, and she says, I didn't, I don't want to ask, the wrong things at the inopportune time. Hey, Monique. Carlos is a wizard when it comes to producing greatness. I'm trying to tell you, like, I don't know about y'all. Y'all can hate me all y'all want, but I got my life from Kiki last night. But I don't want to skip ahead. But Kiki was giving me everything that I needed. I was like, now let me find out. I might want Kiki to be a permanent part of the show. Okay. I thoroughly enjoyed Kiki last night. She was handling the business. She was not getting railroaded over. She did not back down. She gave me life last night. I'm not even gonna hold you. But anyway, Kimmy is like, I don't wanna ask the wrong thing at the inopportune time. So, why did you invite Kimmy and not Kimmy, but Kiki and not Tisha? Now, I necessarily don't understand why Kimmy needs to know that or why that's necessarily any of her business, but Melody obliges to answer. I didn't like Melody's answer, and I kind of felt like it was some bullshit. I do feel that Melody invited Kiki just to stir up some shit, but that's just me. But Melody said that, she connected with Kiki through her friend Dewanya. I think that was the name. Some ghetto. Oh, that name was ghetto as hell. I was like, I didn't think that anything could top Tawanda, from Braxton's Family Values, but that Dewanya type of shit, I was like, babe, this is kind of ghetto, but I'm here for it. Um, she was like, Dewanya would be like, I'm going over to Kiki house, and I'll be like, tell Kiki I said hey. So no, I don't have an issue. I don't have any reason not to invite Kiki. Melody is giving very much, very coincidental that all of a sudden, when you and Tisha fall out, that now you and Kiki have this, budding friendship to where now you're trying to mentor her. Now you're trying to, invite her to stuff, even though nobody ever seen her at any of your events for the past, 4 years or 5 years, however long, Love and Marriage Huntsville been on. I thought it was very coincidental that happened. But let's move on. I also want y'all to recognize that Kimmy is a messy bitch. Nobody is, and it's like nobody wants to come to terms with that, because Kimmy asked these questions that had nothing to do with her. Then on top of that, did y'all see how she failed to tell Mel that she told what happened at the party, and basically told that she and Kiki were talking shit about Tisha? She didn't tell Melody that she told Tisha that. Like, then on top of that, you're gonna invite her to Jalen's housewarming party, right? But you're gonna fail to tell her all of the people that, like, why did she have to tell you or ask you who you were inviting? Like, she was like, I might invite Destiny, because why not? I might invite, Tisha, because that's family. Okay, but if that's family and you're inviting her, Because of that, why didn't you tell Melody that you told Tisha all of this shit that had happened at the pajama party? And that's because Kimmy wants Melody to go to this house party and get railroaded by Destiny and by Tisha so she could once again look like the middleman. I'm trying to tell y'all, Kimmy is the master manipulator. Hey Ellen, it's Kimmy, y'all. It's Kimmy. Kimmy is starting all of this shit. She started the shit between Tisha and Kiki. Now she's starting the shit between Melody and Tisha. She's igniting it and trying to put them in the same space. I thought it was very messy, very tacky for her not to fail. And then on my thing is this: she's saying all of this stuff in the confessional about Melody having ulterior motives for inviting Kiki. But why won't you say that to Melody's face? Why are you failing to say this shit to people's face? Like you're acting like a damn viewer. You're viewing the show. Like sis, you're on the show. You need to speak to the actual people. Tell Melody that you think that she full of shit like the rest of us do, and that she invited Kiki to be messy. Say that, but don't sit here and hide behind the confessional and say all of this shit about her, and fail to tell her that you told Tisha all of this shit. And my thing is this as well. Now, do I think that Kiki was wrong for even discussing Tisha's business at that pajama party? Absolutely. I think that she was dead ass wrong. I absolutely do. But do I feel that Kiki said some shit that's so personal that garners all of this, backlash? Absolutely not. I don't think that what Kiki said was that crazy. All she said was it's not the first woman that's been around. So I don't understand why Kimmy was up there saying that, why Kimmy was saying that Kiki was saying all that shit about Tisha when that was not the case. And on top of that, I want to reiterate that Kimmy was right there listening to everybody talk shit about Tisha, apparently, and didn't say one thing for Tisha in her defense. She didn't try to tell Kiki, hey, that's family matters. Let's keep that between us. She didn't do any of that. She just sitting by, just knowing that she's gonna stir the pot after she leaves, and everybody just lets her get away with this bullshit. But see, Kimmy, I ain't forget that you ain't leave your man after finding out that he cheated. See, everybody else could be forgetting that, but I did not forget it, Kimmy. See, you want to be messy and you want to try to act like you're just put in the middle. No, you put yourself in the middle because you're a messy ass bitch. But I'm gonna move on because I just don't want to. I'm gonna drag you at a later date. I feel I'm gonna drag you on next episode. I ain't gonna drag you too much on this episode, but I can just see you for who you really are. And what I found the most interesting is that I think that Melody really can see everybody for who they truly are, because she really was questioning Kimmy and Kimmy's double standards when it comes to calling Martel a good guy. All of a sudden you're not going to invite him to the party. All of a sudden he's not such a good guy because now he's dragging your name through the dirt because of his online antics with his side bitch, right? Now that it's affecting you, it's not so much fun. Versus when he was destroying her on social media while at the same time you were calling this nigga a good guy. Kimmy, you're a fucking clown. I know that everybody likes Kimmy. I get that. I get that she comes across as the most mature. I get that she comes across as the most, level-headed. I get that she comes across as the most grounded. But y'all, it's a front. Kimmy is calculated. She's calculated, and she's not going to say the shit that she's saying in the confessional to Mel because she needs Mel to film scenes with. Because she knows that she don't want to because she knows that she can't solely film scenes with Tisha. And without Tisha, if she since she almost cut off Tisha last year at the reunion, she had to, buddy back up with Tisha to get more film time and to take the heat off her back because now she's going through some shit and she wants to, harmonize with Tisha about the shit that they're going through as far as the picture gate goes. But that does not take away from the fact that she's doing all of this stuff strategically, y'all. Understand me. Kimmy ain't shit. She really not. Okay. So let's move on. So now we're in front of somebody's house. I didn't know who the fuck house this was, but a car pulls up, a Mercedes with the Mercedes, logo beaming on the ground. Did y'all see it? Because I did. It's quite funny how a bitch has public assistance, but she's driving Mercedes, and she got beams and shit, dressing in designer wigs and fashions, but she on public assistance with a 5-bedroom house, in a business that with savings that can fund her business for about 2 years. Y'all let this bitch sit here and convince Charlotte of this shit. But listen. So she comes over. So we see Destiny come out the car. It's the middle of the night. She dressed like she going somewhere. But where else is she going except Martel's house? But you wonder why we all think that y'all are doing something. Now, look, I don't know too many people that's heterosexual, that's men and women, that's meeting up at this late of hour, and then Martel in his real tight shirt and his gray sweatpants. Destiny with the off the shoulder, showing her whole shoulders. But y'all want to know what Destiny came to Martel's house to do? She came to Martel's house to do this. She said, "I'm going to Martel because he's the best person that knows Melody. Maybe he can give me some positive insight." Destiny, see, now that's the shit right there. While Melody ain't fucking with you. Now you full of shit. You didn't come here to get no motherfucking positive insight. Let's be real here. You came here to talk shit. That's what you came there to do, and you did it as soon as you walked in. And might I add how it's so coincidental that now all of a sudden that she wants to bring up the fact that she bought them a motherfucking cheese cutter. Ain't that the same cheese cutter I gave y'all? And then here goes Martel. Yep, Melody said I had to take it, because my friend gave me that. Ooh, did she really say that? Wow. Like, the shit so rehearsed. It's so fake and rehearsed. But let's get into it, y'all. So Destiny is basically telling everybody, well, not telling everybody, Martel. She's telling Martel everything that happened between, her and Melody at the sit down that they had. But I want to just add that, that she's telling it, but not necessarily in the way that it happens. She says that Melody ran away like she always does and everything else like that. I was like, she ran away, or did she literally expose you for being a liar, pull out the receipts, and you didn't have anything worth saying, so she left? Which one is it? Because I don't think that she was running from you, Destiny. No, ain't nobody running from Destiny besides her edges. Destiny, you could fool everybody else with these nice wigs, but I can see you ain't got a baby hair in sight, sis. The only thing that's running from you is your hairline and your baby hairs and your ex-husband. Period. It's nobody else running from you, Destiny. I'm sorry. It's nobody else. And here comes Martel opening the door too, by the way, when she comes in talking about, oh, you showing skin. How many times, like, don't y'all feel like this shit is questionable with that, Martel is always calling LeBaric, his preschool best friend, and they've been friends since they were in the sandbox and every fucking thing else. But listen, why the fuck would you asking your close friends ex-wife to rub your ass down with baby oil at a photo shoot? And why the fuck every single time that you see Destiny, it seems to me that you're flirting with her? And why the fuck wasn't Destiny, who all of a sudden has this close relationship to Martel, was never there for the last years, all the way up until 2015, when she came into the picture, when they was beginning to do the show, right? Like, it's really questionable that all of a sudden now you're such close friends with Martel. But why the fuck didn't you ask Martel to be your village then? If this nigga been your friend since you were coming out of high school, right? Why didn't you ask that motherfucker to be your village? She ain't taking care of his kids anyway, from what Melody said and from what we could see on Instagram. All he makes it to his side bitches' kids, birthday party. But meanwhile, he ain't seen his kids in months. So when did y'all become so close? And like you, and what kills me that she keeps on emphasizing, my longtime friend Martel. It doesn't matter the length of the friendship. I could have an associate that I've been friends with for 15 years. That don't necessarily mean that since we've been knowing each other for 15 years, that means that we're closer than somebody I just met 5 years ago. Friendship doesn't like length does not equate to, the closeness. I'm sorry. You didn't call Martel your brother. You didn't call Martel your best friend. You didn't call Martel your sister, even though that he does display bitch-like characteristics, so he could be considered a sister. I wouldn't be surprised if he was. But I'm saying that, you called Melody all of these things. Why didn't you call Martel all of these things? And why didn't you come to Martel, and ask him to be a village instead of approaching Melody at her party, trying to tell her that you want her to be a part of your village and you want to be a part of hers? Clown shit, y'all. It's clown shit. Hold on. They say Monique King says they say LeBuick got it going on. I don't remember what he looks like, but I'm here if the baby needs a stepmama. LeBerick was fine. LeBerick actually, to me, he looks like Tank. He looks like Tank if Tank had hair. I don't know. I don't think they look identical, but to me, her baby's father would look like Tank. Like LeBerick was fine. I'm not even gonna hold you. LeBerick was a handsome man, and LeBerick looked like he smelled good. He don't look like he smelled like them chicken strips that he be cooking at the restaurant down there in the Huntsville streets. But anyway, y'all, I don't know if y'all can tell, but I'm in a really good mood today. I'm about to, right after this, I'm about to turn in my dashboard and storyboard for this visualization project that I'm doing. But let me get back to this. So Destiny is basically like, oh yeah, she ran away like she always does. She was calling you the ops. She never called Martel the ops in that conversation. She never called Martel the ops. She was emphasizing that it was Tisha that was the ops. See, here you go lying again. Destiny. And Melody said, why are you talking to somebody every day who's trying to kill me out on the social media? That's what she said. She didn't call Martel her ops. Maybe it was implied, but that's not what she said. Say what she said, not what you implied or what you assumed. Okay. See, that's what I'm saying. I think that you're full of shit. I think that you're full of lies. And then, of course, Martel is going to give her some negative insight because Martel has nothing positive to say about Melody. So he's going to call her, say, she's trying to turn everybody against me. She's trying to, have everybody upset with me. It's this is that, And my thing is this, Destiny. See, you want us to fucking believe that you are, not talking shit about Melody to people while talking shit about Melody to people. It's the clown-like behavior for me. It's really giving clown. I don't fucking know who you think you're fooling, sis, but you're not fooling me. Now, because of this, I definitely do think that you were talking shit about Melody to Tisha. I believe Melody wholeheartedly now. Because I see you for who you are. You want to manipulate us to think that you're doing stuff versus what we're actually seeing on camera, right? And I'm not that stupid, bitch. You're sitting here coming to this woman's ex-husband who's literally been dogging her out since she left him. Mind y'all, Martel wouldn't even let her take her furs. Martel came to her party in one of her furs. Just reminding y'all of the pettiness that Martel is, and called her a hoe. Said she be out here sucking dick. Said that she was cheating. Says that she wasn't pleasing him enough, and everything else. But Destiny, this is the person who you're gonna go to get insight from. Why didn't you go to her mama? Her mama is a good neutral party. Her mama would have gave you some insight. Would have tried to put y'all back together. or why didn't you go to Kimmy? Why didn't you go to one of the mutual friends that y'all have? But you went to Martel. It's because you wanted to talk shit about Melody. You didn't want to get no positive affirmations, no positive insight. You decided to drag you in that heavy ass wig with your Mercedes, you know, that you're driving, to Martel's house in the middle of the night with an off the shoulder outfit, fully dressed up, fully made up, just to go over to Martel's house, coincidentally, just to talk shit about his ex-wife, who is supposedly your sister. I'm trying to tell y'all, this bitch is not to be trusted. I do not blame Melody at all for the shit that she's doing to Destiny. Destiny deserves all of it. And Destiny, it's like you trying to windmill and fight against Destiny. I'm trying to fight against Melody. But Destiny, I hope that you got enough strength to fight against the IRS too, bitch, because the way that you're fucking making all of these fraudulent business moves, sis, it's only a matter of time before the IRS checks your bank account statements. You check your assets and equity and liabilities and see that your ass was not supposed to be getting no motherfucking, public assistance. And that's even if you were actually getting public assistance, because you did get a PPP loan for what we did see. And on top of that, sis, you don't even have no motherfucking employees working at that damn salon. So why the fuck do you have a PPP loan? Let us know. And how the fuck isn't an issue for you to get all of this studio stuff going, and you have a PPP loan. You should be able to pay for the construction then. And on top of that, if it's only you working at the salon, why the fuck did you need a PPP loan anyway? Because last time I checked, even when it was, the pandemic, I ain't see one bitch not go to the beauty salon. I didn't see that. I didn't see one beauty store closed down because of COVID. And like I've seen some restaurants close down, but when it comes to a bitch's weave, her edges, her hot oil treatments to the scalp, that's always gonna be, like a necessity. So like I've never seen any of these beauty salons around us close, and I'm just saying. Something about you, Destiny, is giving me very fraudulent. And I've been looking at the YouTube videos, and they've been saying a lot of stuff that happened between you and your ex-husband. But because I'm not a Tasha K type of bitch, and I don't like to talk about things that like I cannot prove myself, I'm not gonna bring that up yet. But when it fully gets exposed, and like the divorce is finalized, and like the custody agreements are finalized, oh, I'm gonna bring it up, sis, and I'm gonna drag that ass all over again. But let's move on. So where are we at now, y'all? Except we are now at Tisha's place. And I don't know what it is, but Tisha is looking good this season, y'all. Tisha is looking good this season. Like after y'all dragged the hell out of her for her fashions at last year's reunion, I don't know who the fuck she hit up. I don't know who the fuck she been talking to, but the wigs, the makeup, the outfits, the body, it's really giving. It's really giving. It's really giving, Tisha, and I'm loving it. I'm loving every single one of your outfits to like this season. I'm loving the hair. I'm loving all of it. You're giving me what I need, sis. Come on, yes. But anyway, so who else comes besides Wanda J. Blige? Wanda came Wanda came, y'all, with the finger waves that leads up into a French curl, into a swoop to the side, that elevated into a hump statue in the back. I don't know where the fuck she got this hairstyle from. I don't know who is still doing these hairstyles. I thought the last people to do this shit was Moke and Staff or SWV from the 90s. But she's letting us know once again that it's never too late to reach back into the 1980s and pull out a hairstyle. And on top of the hairstyle, y'all, she had like this, it kind of looked like a Christmas tree skirt when you put it around the bottom of the Christmas tree before you lay down the presents around her neck. And then she had this puff peplum this puff peplum, like double, double colored denim jacket that was stretched to capacity, that led into this, like, this distressed acid wash jean, like, jean pant that, like, that went down into, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was some type of sneaker. But she greets her daughter, and y'all, I know I don't necessarily like Miss Wanda, and I may not be the biggest fan of Tisha, but I really do love their relationship, y'all. And y'all already know I don't have like the best relationship with my own mom, but I really do love to see a mom go that hard for their daughter. And I love to see a child be able to talk to their parent about anything and be able to have, that transparency and that trust towards your parent. Like, I know that, Wanda may be ignorant, Wanda may be a fool, but I do believe that Wanda loves Tisha wholeheartedly, and Tisha had a good childhood, and she was brought up well. Even though neither one of them can speak, you can tell that Wanda put in a lot of love in Tisha. So much so that Tisha is so used to being spoiled that she expects it from everybody else, and that seeps into her friendships. But I just want to say that before I start this scene, I really love the relationship between these two people. But they sit down, and this is when Tisha basically tells Wanda about what Kimmy told her. And Wanda is saying the same thing that I'm saying, y'all, that Kimmy is not to be trusted. Why did Kimmy have to run tell that and talk to Tisha about what was said? Why didn't she intervene? Like, Wanda is right about Kimmy. But Tisha said they made up. Tisha said, they cool, they love each other now. But I'm saying, when it come to Kimmy, Tisha, you really need to listen to your mama, because she knows what she's talking about. And also when it comes to Kiki on some levels. So she says that Kiki was talking shit. Now, this one I have to look at you crazy, Miss Wanda, because the way that you talked about this girl was like she was not even related to you. It was like she wasn't your blood. You didn't give a fuck about her being family or anything else of the sort. I don't know. I guess I'm just not used to people talking about their nieces and nephews like that, coming from an aunt or uncle perspective. I guess I take that back, because my family is definitely with the shits. But I'm just saying that, it was really disheartening to see her say all of that shit about Kiki like that. Kiki tried to break up the family. Kiki is real image of Tisha. Kiki is real image of of Tisha marriage. Kiki is real image of Tisha life. Now, I don't know what the fuck she meant by image, but I'm assuming she means envious. Oh my god. And then on top of that, y'all, they didn't even give her no subtitles or anything, y'all. They didn't add the subtitles so we can understand what she was saying. And all I could think was, Carlos King, you ain't shit. You really ain't shit. You know damn well what you were doing when you let her do this confessional and you aired it to the rest of America. You know damn well none of us knew what the fuck she was saying. Image. The phonics is definitely unhooked. We one I know that Tisha might have had a lot of toys. Same as probably Miss Wanda back in her day, because Miss Wanda said she loved her mama too. But one thing I know that wasn't there, for either one of their childhoods, was a leapfrog phonics teacher. Everybody had them little phonics things that would teach you how to say different words and stuff like that. And that's what I kind of helped. That's what helped me, learn how to say different words and stuff like that when I was a kid. But obviously, neither Tisha nor Miss Wanda had a lick of anybody teaching their ass any type of phonics. In them Alabama streets, wherever the fuck they from. But y'all, I just didn't like the way that she was talking about Kiki. I was like, this is your blood. You're talking about her like this is not one of your, like, not your brother or sister's child. I was like, why won't you just go to your brother or sister and approach them about this? But she's like, I told you not to trust Kiki. She tried to destroy her family. She tried to destroy you too. I don't trust her. She said, I don't trust nobody that buys shoes that don't come in a box. Everybody seemed to be so confused by that, except for me. Maybe I was like, maybe me and Miss Wanda be thinking a lot of similar things. But I don't know if y'all recognize what she was saying. But she was saying that when you buy shoes, legit, they always come in a box. If you go to a shoe store, or if you go to a department store, any shoes that you're gonna get comes in a box, right? But for bitches who buy stuff, secondhand, or steals, or buying shit that's used, it never comes in a box. So they'll be getting shoes from bitches like straight out the closet. Give them a 20 or 30, and like, get the shoes, and the shoes don't come in a box because they didn't necessarily buy the shoes. They just got the shoes from somebody else. It was secondhand. Maybe I was the only one that caught that. And she was saying, like, don't trust a bitch who can't really buy her own shoes. Maybe me and Miss Wanda was on the same wavelength. But I was like, I can understand what she's saying. But I don't know if I feel like nobody else understood that, right? Huh? What, Ellen V, what you saying? Ellen V said, Monique, this live just got me unlost because I still didn't get it. Child. Maybe, yeah. Like, I understood everything that she was saying, except when it came to the image. I was like, not the image. Not the image, y'all. It can't be the image of it all. Who, y'all? I'm really mad that I can't cam up yet, because like, I'm still trying to figure out what the hell is going on with my camera connected to the computer, y'all. But I'm gonna be cammed up. I'm gonna figure this. I'm gonna figure this out by the night, y'all. So I have. Oh, by the way, before I go into the rest of this review, I have um a I have a partnered or collaborative review with Miss Arbery tonight, and I'm gonna be reviewing Put a Ring on It. Oh, y'all, and y'all been loving my review for Put a Ring on It. I seen the views for it, and the views are viewing. Like, the first time I did a Put a Ring on a review, all I got was 99 views. But this one is like around like 345. I was like, okay, they like this review. Okay, I just might watch next season, or I might start, doing individual reviews, after we finish, the collaborative reviews. But who knows? Ellen said, I caught it, but I bought shoes that weren't in a box before. Well, sandals, not sneakers. But I think she means heels, not like, just shoes, but more so heels. I think that's what she meant, like the heels or whatever. But yeah, I understood what she was saying. But that leads us, y'all, to our next scene. Well, not next scene. The next topic that they were talking about. Wanda says she came there for business, y'all. Wanda has got her business license. She is ready to open up her car. She's ready to open up. What is it, like a food truck? Her food truck Show enough Wanda's to sell, her stuffed potatoes. And might I add, y'all might think that the food trucks may not be that lucrative, but I'm former military. I used to work on an engineering base. And they will always have the food trucks there, and this was after I got off my ship and I was like, on shore duty. But like, they will always have the food trucks in the front of the building or on the side of the building, for breakfast, for lunch. And as soon as you walk out, I mean, you could go to the galley to go get yourself something to eat, like which is the mess deck, which is kind of like the cafeteria. Or you can get it from one of them food trucks. And them food trucks are very lucrative because it's like hundreds of us that were buying stuff. So I definitely think that, if Miss Wanda could get herself some on-base access, she could possibly really make this a lucrative business move. So I was really proud of Miss Wanda for getting her business license, and it's really showing us that she's really taking this stuff seriously. And I really loved how Tisha applauded her mom for taking those steps. I love their relationship. You really are a good daughter, Tisha. I'm gonna give it to you. You might be a little bit petty, a little bit childish, a little bit, some other things. But as far as you being a daughter, I really love the relationship between Miss Wanda and Tisha. Argue with your mama, don't argue with me. I was really happy about that. But Tisha said she gonna make sure she get that check ready to cash. Now that she has her business license, and she's ready to start the food truck. So, like, congratulations to Miss Wanda for that, because that's a really big step. Getting your business license. I just want to say congratulations, and I wish you much, much, much success on showing up Wanda's. I saw the stuffed potato online. Now I'm gonna admit that it do look like it's a whole lot of food piled up, but you know I come from a real Southern house too. Although I was raised on the West Coast, the older members of my family were born and raised on in Louisiana. So my mama and them were like, West Coast bred. But my grandmama and great aunts and stuff like that who partially raised us, they were raised in Louisiana. So the food was fooding. So I'm used to mixing all my food up and eating it like I ain't never ate nothing else before, so I think that her food looks good, but a lot of people may not feel the same way. So just a couple pointers, Miss Wanda. You might want to work on the presentation, or proportion some stuff a little bit better while it's on top of the stuffed potato. You wanna make it look presentable. A lot of people don't like their food to look mixed. A lot of people don't like their food to touch, which is some weird shit to me. But I ain't one of them bitches. Mix my food up. I don't give a fuck. But it's a lot of other people that feel the other way. So you just want to probably structure this stuff a little bit better so it can look a little bit better, so you can get a little bit more business. But congratulations, like I said. Moving on, y'all. Whew, I am talking up a storm. Now, the next scene that we're going to be going to is going to be Wanda going over to Kiki house. Y'all, I got my life from this conversation. I'm not even gonna hold you from the beginning. Monique King said, I love my food mixed and touching, but I won't be the one mixing and making it touch. I understand that. But Miss Tisha, I mean not Miss Tisha, but Miss Wanda is now over to Kiki house. Kiki got a nice little house. I don't know, like I don't think we got to see the outside, but I really did think that the inside looked really nice. It looked like a really nice house. you know Shit, living better than a lot of these other bitches that's watching. So I don't know why everybody else feels that Kiki is somebody that Mel could possibly never hang around because her name is Kiki. When Melody just said she got a friend named Dewanya. So I was like, I don't understand. And like, since when did we start judging each other for the way our names are? Like, I was like, wasn't that a whole fucking movement? When bitches was saying that they wouldn't hire people, like, or they wouldn't be friends with people because of a certain name. I don't like the way that sounds. I don't like the way y'all trying to make Kiki seem that, like, she's not good enough to be around Melody, or Melody's graces. Like, what the fuck? I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So I'm gonna need y'all to chill on saying that bullshit, because what we're not gonna do is discriminate against one another for our names, or for our facial features, or for our skin color, or we ain't colorists up in here. So like, if I catch, I ain't gonna say if I catch y'all doing it, but like, and I'm just throwing this out there to everybody that may watch the video. I'm not with the shits. Like, save that colorist bullshit for somebody else. I'm dark skinned, so I don't like that. But anyway, like I was saying, I thought the Kiki had a really nice house. I thought it was really nice. She may not have, like, the money for mansions and shit because she ain't been on the show. But from a regular standpoint, that fucking house, and she just moving in. I thought it was really nice. She had her little stand up with that big old plasma screen TV. I was like, okay, Kiki, you better do it. You better do it, Kiki. She basically apologizes for the way that the house looks to Miss Wanda as Miss Wanda's coming in. She's been very gracious, and it's funny because she's been gracious because she knows she's about to eat Miss Wanda up. To see Miss Wanda came over there because she thinks she about to check Kiki, but Kiki was like, "Oh, bitch, nah, I've been waiting for you at the door." So Miss Wanda says, "Oh, like, nice to see you. I had to come over here. Oh, she's single too, and she got all of that by herself. I want to know what Kiki does." But like I was saying, hold on, y'all. So, Miss Wanda comes in, y'all, and she's like, "Oh, I had to come over here because, we need to talk, So she says, Kiki says, "I'm happy that you came because I really wanted to speak to you about a few things and everything else like that. And, I'm really excited, to actually converse with you." So, y'all, she says, "Do you want some wine? I know I've been, things to unpack, so I'm drinking out of a cup right now. It's getting very hood rich." Miss Wanda said, "Hood rich or hood bitch." And then Kiki said, "No, I'll leave the hood bitching to you." Baby, when she said that, I almost fell out of my bed. I almost fell out of my bed. She was she threw that shade right back on Wanda so fast. Wanda hairline almost tilted back a couple seconds. I was like, Wanda's not ready for Kiki. What does Kiki do, y'all? Kiki is quick witted. Kiki is quick witted. And Kiki is eloquent. Kiki can speak. Kiki ain't got that lazy tongue that seems to be inherited from Miss Wanda's side of the family. I'm trying to tell y'all, when she said, "I'll leave the hood bitching to you," I was like, damn, that was quick. I was like, we already gonna get it started. Miss Wanda was like, oh. The way Miss Wanda's face looked when she threw that shade right back, Miss Wanda was like, "Oh, okay. I see. This is not gonna be as easy as I thought it was gonna be." But hold on, Monique King said, "I read that she's a professor at one of the big universities in Alabama. Is that true?" But if I'm not mistaken, now I may be wrong. Wasn't she dressed as a security officer when she came to the pajama party before Melody handed her the pajamas? Did y'all see that, or was that? Or maybe I interpreted it wrong. Maybe it was a part-time job, or maybe that wasn't what she was wearing. But I thought she was wearing a security guard outfit. I mean, regardless if she's a security guard or not, that house looked nice from what I've seen so far. So it is what it is. But anyway, you know, um, and Kiki says, "I'm pretty sure that you heard about, the party and everything else like that." And Alana was like, "Yeah, that's why." Monique, I heard she was coleslaw's professor. Ellen, I'm gonna need you to go to timeout, please. Go to timeout. Go to timeout. Not like not she was chicken heads professor. I cannot. But anyway, she was Kiki was basically like, "I know you heard about the party." Miss Warner's like, "Yeah, that's why I came, because there's some mess going on and you a part of it." And she was like, "No, I'm not. I'm not a part of that." And she was like, "Yes, you is, because you sat there with them girls talking about my daughter." Kiki was like, "Well, I really wasn't talking about her like that, but it did come up about infidelity, and I just said that it's not the first time that something was brought up about that." And she was like, "But where do you think you is talking about my daughter?" It's giving very much country muffins. I could barely understand a lick of what Wanda was saying, but I kind of got the gist. She was saying that, why would you be over here with these bitch ass people talking about my daughter, and I don't appreciate that. I'll whoop your ass over my child now. Now, but Miss Kiki was like, "Well, hold on, bitch. Let's get it talking." The whole reason that all of us have these issues is because the shit that you be starting in the family. You and my daddy get into these arguments, and y'all want to sit here and try to create a rivalry between me and Tisha. The first thing that you talking about when you and my dad argue was like, "Well, Tisha got a bigger house, and at least she not renting like Kiki is," and everything else like that. And who am I to believe? Am I gonna believe the same woman that said that bullshit about Melody's kids being jealous towards Marceau kids, because Marceau kids are lighter or some shit like that, or they hair ain't as nappy or some shit like that? I'm definitely gonna believe Kiki when it comes to this, because we've seen you do it multiple times before. You did it literally when it came to Mel's kids, who had nothing to do with any of the situations that happened on the show. Then you did it again over to Tisha's house, basically saying that Kiki is jealous. And honestly, I'm being for real. I don't believe that Kiki is jealous of Tisha. I don't think that's the case. I think that maybe she just has some resentment towards Tisha. Now, this is something I want to tell y'all. Just because somebody apologizes to you does not mean you have to accept the apology if you're not over it, sis. When you accept an apology, that means that you're over it. See, now if a bitch apologizes to me, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna say, I'm still resting on it. I don't know how I feel yet, but I appreciate the apology, but I don't know if I accept it. Cause so if I drag you a little bit after that apology, you ain't surprised. So you know that even though that you and me, had a talk and you apologize, just because you apologize doesn't mean I won't drag you afterwards. Because who said I was over it? Who says that I was ready to to get over it? Who said that? But see, Kiki, if somebody gives you an apology and you accept it, you're not really in the right to take out something against them when they already apologized and you already accepted it. You get what I'm saying? So therefore, just for future references, Kiki, if somebody apologizes to you, you don't have to accept it right then and there. So therefore, if you decide to want to do some fuck shit, you don't have the person basically saying, well, we already talked, I apologize, and you accepted it. Some people apologize just to apologize and don't mean it. But if that's the case, then I feel like Tisha and Kiki would have known where they stood already. Tisha seemed to be very surprised that Kiki did that to her. So it makes me think that maybe Kiki's just been holding in resentment about what's been happening. I want to also know what was it that Kiki that was Kiki business that Tisha told to Melody and Martel. What do y'all think it was? Some people talking about bed bugs. I was like, what if it had to do something like with her health or something like that? You never know. So if somebody told my business and it was health related, maybe I wouldn't be able to get over it like that either. Like who knows? But anyway, y'all, this whole conversation between Miss Wanda and Kiki, it really it really kind of reminded me about what happens in a lot of our families when it comes to competition, and when it comes to basically just family drama. I can understand what Kiki is talking about when you get tired of it and you just ready to just speak your speech, and you get ready to just say what you feel, say what you've been feeling this whole time. I felt like that's what Kiki is doing. Kiki has been taking so much abuse from this family, from Wanda's side of the family, from Miss Wanda herself, that she's ready to just expose everybody. And I feel that Tisha had participated in some of this along the way. And Tisha is also somebody that's going to be getting taken down. I feel like a lot of this is really because of Miss Wanda's mouth. I feel like if Miss Wanda just learned how to shut the fuck up, she wouldn't be putting her daughter in a lot of the shit that she does. But unfortunately, she don't know how to do that. And then a lot of times she influences Tisha to do certain things or say certain things or believe certain things that could really not be factual. So I definitely believe that she probably played a part in the breakup between Kiki and Tisha's friendship. I can definitely believe that. And it really brought me a little bit of sadness to see somebody going through what Kiki was going through, because I feel like I've been the Kiki in my family a couple of times. I felt that, it's been people who tried to tear me down, or, try to compare me to other people in my family, like just for some tit for tat type of stuff. And it really hurt me to my core, and it really damaged the relationships that I could have developed with my family members. And I don't think that is fair. And I still do hold a lot of resentment towards some of them. So I can completely understand what Kiki is talking about. And I love that Kiki was able to articulate and hold Miss Wanda accountable. Miss Wanda came in there thinking that she was gonna check Kiki, but ended up getting steamrolled and pressed before she was sent to exit. Like it was complete comedy to me. I was like, wow, Kiki was not playing with Miss Wanda, and Kiki does not seem like she's going to be playing with Tisha, Marceau, or anybody else that has anything to say to her. Y'all thought Kiki, maybe because the way that we view Tisha, but a lot of people thought that Kiki just some country bumpkin, ain't got nothing going for herself, that just trying to get on a TV show. But it really does seem that Kiki has come from money. She said that her father is an entrepreneur. It seemed that she has her own money. Her place seems really nice to me. It looked way better than the place that Tisha was in when she first came onto the show. Look at me, I'm sounding like Miss Wanda. I'm comparing the two. I need to stop. But anyway, like I'm saying, like it don't. She's not giving me bum. I'm sorry. So I like Kiki, and I hope that she's a permanent part of the show. I feel like she has a lot to bring. I want to know more about her. I want to know more about her background. I really do. So Carlos King, if you listening out there, please make sure that Kiki come back next season. Please make sure that she's a part of this upcoming season, and please make sure that she's a part of the rest of this season as well. I would really like to see more of Kiki. I really like to see Miss Wanda getting put in her place, just for and being exposed for being the hood bitch that Kiki said that she is. But moving on from that, um, what else happened? Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Y'all, I just want to put it out there. I'm just gonna say this right now. If you're sensitive towards towards me dragging people, then I suggest that if you really like Tiffany, I suggest that you do not watch this review. We are at 50 minutes and 50 seconds. I'm about to give y'all into 51 minutes because I'm about to drag the shot of this bitch. Okay, here we go. Now, so now we go to the next scene, and Tiffany is meeting with Melody at her office. Thought it was really strategic how she met Melody at her office, because she wants us to know that she's running things, that she's just not some lady that got fired from the chambers of commerce, right? So she meets up with Melody. Melody, I don't know how I feel about you. And like, sis, you was just a bouncing. Melody was just a bouncing that top ponytail that she had on that wig. Melody was just a bouncing that thing all throughout that conversation. It was just going everywhere. I was like, Melody, Melody, like relax your neck for you spraying your shit, sis. It's all right. We get it that the wig got volume, and it got and it moves. It has movement. It has hang time. We get that you would condition the shit out of this wig, but sis, stop bouncing that ponytail all over the place. We get it. But Tiffany lets us know that she's going to go investigate, to go really see about her biological parents. She wants to go see who her dad is. So she's gonna go. I forgot the state, but she's going down there. Melody says, "Oh, I was, I'm a private detective in my past life. I could find some stuff out." Now I was like, Melody, it's quite funny how you're a private detective, but you didn't know that your man was cheating for the last 4 or 5 years. But we moving on. I was like, maybe you laid down your detective skills. Maybe you retired because you was having all them damn kids. But I was just saying that it's quite funny how you a detective now, but you wasn't a detective then. But anyway, Tiffany basically invites her to come down. She says she wants Melody to come down and help her, because Melody can ask the tough questions. Now I'm not sure why the fuck did she feel like it was important to invite Melody but not her husband. Like, I now I can kind of see if you were just going down to just go visit some family, and you just wanted your friends to meet your family and stuff like that, but you're really going here to really find your biological father, and you don't think that that's important for you to bring your husband, who's your other half. Mind you, when you get into a marriage, y'all become one flesh, one body, one sound, this drum line. But like, that's what happens, one band, one sound. So how the fuck are you gonna leave your other half at home to take Melody to help you find your biological father? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, I think that's very inconsiderate. I think that's very selfish of her, and I just don't like. I don't like Tiffany, y'all. It's just something about her I just don't like. She's just a real shisty bitch to me. Not the shisty type of bitch that Destiny is when it comes to the finances, the IRS, the taxes, the PPP loans, and the financing of it all. It's really the manipulation, the selfishness, and the narcissism of it all for me. I feel that that's what Tiffany is. She's a narcissist. She's obnoxious. She's selfish. She exhibits a lot of behavior that doesn't seem like she cares about her lover. I don't like Tiffany. So y'all, after this, After this scene closes, and Melody, gets this invitation. And now I don't know if because it's a girls' trip, does she mean that she's gonna invite the other girls too? And I think that's gonna be quite odd to invite bitches who really don't like you like that to go find your biological father, but not, not bring your husband who loves you. That's weird to me. But y'all are the same bitches that trying to get people to be transparent about their marriages. Okay. Anyway, so now we're at this scene, and it seemed that we're outside some type of shack type of house. Come to find out that this is an Airbnb. I was like, what in the country bumpkin bull? I was like, what in the Beverly Hills, like, what's the hell, like, hillbillies is going on here? I was like, what type of Airbnb is this? This country ass Airbnb. This shit look like somebody grandmama house. But like, he pulls up, and I was like, why? Like, why are we in an Airbnb and not y'all house? I want to see what the house look like. What are y'all like? What is the house giving, y'all? Like, what is the house giving? Hey, Mod Afro, how are you doing, sis? but but I was like, this is not given. So Lewis ends up pulling up in his SUV. It's a nigga playing a saxophone right at the entrance of the door. I was like, okay, this is a little odd, but all right. And it's a whole, like, dinner spread, on the table. And what do we see? We see, Tiffany inviting her man to come on in. She's been all seductive, all romantic and everything else like that. I'm up here like, oh, they're trying to celebrate, the anniversary of their love, of their union. I was like, congratulations for them. And that was all the way up until they fucking finally sat down, and Tiffany opened up her bird mouth, and I was able to really understand what the fuck she was doing. So she sits down, and they're talking, and she's going to, you go from the front door into the kitchen. I'm trying to tell you, like, what the hell I was like, was this the best Airbnb? I was like, they can't be making money like that. I was like, y'all couldn't get a better Airbnb like that. I was like, y'all see Melody House? Ain't no way it's only these country ass houses that are available for Airbnbs. What Miss Mod say? What Ellen say? Miss Mod, you're in trouble with the confessions because you never came back last night, child. Y'all like y'all are, they are funny on there, like on the group lives that they be doing on Miss Kamisha channel. I really enjoy watching them. Me and my husband do a staycation for romantic nights with a chef, but I do care about an Airbnb 2 blocks from the house. That's what I was saying. Like, was the house not housing? Was a house messy? Did it not look right? I was like, I just couldn't imagine going to an Airbnb and just not my house. I would have just made my own house up, did the decorations and everything else like that, instead of going to somebody else's house to do it. But maybe her house isn't, looking the best. Who knows? I don't like. I think there's a lot of stuff that we don't know about, Tiffany and Lewis, but it's a lot that we find out in this conversation, at least, right? So Lewis is like, oh baby, oh baby, here you doing this for little, for not little, but big old me. Me and my man breast. He's basically like, oh baby, I can't wait to lay you down and put all my body weight and sweat on you. Like, and I'm just gonna let y'all know this right now. I do not think that Tiffany and Lewis are gonna last 5 years. I just don't believe it. I just don't see it. It's not gonna happen. Tiffany looks disgusted by that man. She looks disgusted by that man, and I'm like, it's just it just wasn't given to me. Like, I don't see it. I don't sense a connection. I don't sense anything. I sense a woman who controls a man, takes his money, and who's like literally working hard just to get a little piece of the puss. Tiff ain't giving that man no pussy. She is not fucking this man. This man has to work night and day to try to get a little piece of the puss. I really can. Like, and I'm just letting you know, Tiffany, that you might be light skinned sis, but you're not all of that. You're not really giving the looks. You look older than what you really are. Your body is not bodying. You built like a grandmother. You and my grandma built alike. If I just reversed her about 10 to 15 years. Miss Carruthers says Lewis is a very attractive chocolate man. Um, Miss Carruthers, I see we all have, different, we all have different, likes and dislikes when it comes to, body types and, looks and structures of our men or whatnot. But, I can, you know, yeah. But anyway, I don't agree. But I don't know if I fell asleep or was too drunk, but I don't remember any of this. Sis, you might have been too drunk and you might have fallen asleep because I'm about to break this down to you. So basically, she makes up this whole romantic night. Lewis hopes are up because he feels that he's about to get a little piece of the puss. He thinks that he's about to get laid down. When it comes to my teddy bears, I want them to look like Clifton from Ready to Love. You know, I don't know if I want my teddy bears, built like Lewis. I don't know. It's just something about, I don't want to body shame, so I'm just not gonna. But I'm gonna just say, like, like if I prefer the Clifton version of the teddy bears. I'd rather not, have the, no, no. You know, he does kind of like a football player or a former football player. So I could kind of see, it's a lot of women that are with men built like that play football, but that's just not a sexy build for me. I'd rather not. I wouldn't. I don't think I could, go down on somebody built like that. I don't. Oh no, oh no. See the crevices, the cracks, the crannies might not be as fresh as they should be. I just Oh no, oh no, absolutely not. Lewis looked like he sweats doing the push and pull, baby, not push and pull. Not tug and pull, not candy in the oil. Geez, but like I agree, it do look like he's like he'll be on top of you and like he'll be sweating, and then a drip, like a drop of sweat would go from his forehead into your mouth. And I just I don't know. But anyway, she married this man, so that does not even matter. She married this man, so she has to be somewhat attracted to him, right? So she meets us. So they're at the table talking, and basically, he thinks that they're there for a romantic trip, and she's really there to drop a bomb on him that she wants to turn this into a girls trip to go visit her father, and he feels that that's very unfair. He wants to be there for her. He wants to be that person because her baby daddy, who looked a fucking fool, might I add, her baby daddy helped her find her mother. So, he's in his feelings. This bitch is gonna fucking say, you don't look happy. I need you to look happy. I need you to be happy for me. We're like the Whitlows don't get sad. Tiffany, how the fuck you gonna tell this man what the fuck his family does? Last time I checked, his last name is Whitlow, and you took upon his last name. He didn't take yours. So how the fuck you gonna tell him what the Whitlows do? The fuck? And how you gonna tell him not to feel some type of way? Like, and why the fuck are you moving this weird? How are you gonna deny your husband the right to be there for you when you're trying to find your biological parents? Why the fuck would you invite Melody out of all people to go do this? And I'm not saying that you and Melody, like, I'm not saying that's any type of slight towards Melody. I'm saying that you and Melody are not even that close for you to be inviting her instead of your husband to go do this. So you're telling me that when you look back on this moment of finding your biological father, connecting with your biological father, you're gonna tell me that you wanna remember it doing it with Mel and not your husband, your other half? And that's because you really don't want this man. You are a selfish ass bitch, and you obviously have not learned from your last relationship from the nigga that died that you left, for Lewis probably. You're selfish, you're egotistical, you're a narcissist, and the fact that you're gonna manipulate and control that man not to feel spite or not to feel hurt by your actions is completely detestable. It's gross. It's gross. And the reason that you're doing this is because you dead ass wrong. And all that's gonna happen now is he's probably gonna, try to be supportive because he's scared that you're gonna leave him because he knows that he's not really giving it in the looks department nor the body department. So he's trying to keep this girl, but little does he know, don't nobody want Tiffany. Don't nobody want Tiffany. Like, if Tiffany left you, she'll just go to another unattractive man because let's be honest, Tiffany is not really given, all of that. She's not good. She can't pull a LeBaric. She can't pull, a Martel. But she can pull. She might pull, a Marceau, but even maybe a Maurice, but she not pulling, like a fine man. Not to call those other men, ugly, but like, Tiffany is not like, some sexy hot chick. It's definitely not given that for her to have this attitude nor control over you, Lewis. And this is my thing. See, look at your relationship. Oh wait, hold on. Monique says she's all of that and needs to stop playing. She's 34. She's when she's clearly 43. She does give me a like a strong 40, 45, especially by the elbow dimples. The elbow dimples tell it all. The elbow dimples really gives me, 45. And I ain't talking about the president. Y'all, I'm enjoying myself this review. I don't know if y'all could tell. I'm really enjoying it. I really enjoyed this episode. I really did. It's been so seldom that I find an episode that I really enjoyed that I'm reviewing. I feel like for the most part I have to always be eating these bitches up because they be acting a fool on these TV shows. But this episode I really enjoyed it. I really did. But anyway, so I just think it's completely ridiculous. And all that's going to happen is that Lewis is going to develop resentment towards you. It's going to cause more issues in y'all marriage. And this is my thing. See, Lewis, this is what happens when y'all talk about bitches' marriages. See, you saying all of this shit about your marriage. Meanwhile, your motherfucking wife is treating you just the same way Marceau treats Tisha. Bitch, you and Tisha are identical twins in y'all marriages. She's leaving you to go somewhere else to go do something very important in her life, and you sitting at home looking stupid, and you don't even got the kids. The kids over to their mama house, to their daddy houses. You sitting at home by yourself while your wife leaves you, abandons you to go find her father with her girlfriends who don't even know her that well because she don't want to be with you. She's not interested in having you in that moment. That should be a reflection on what she views you, like what she views you as in your marriage. She doesn't see you as somebody that she wants to spend the rest of her life with, because if that was the case, there's no way for the person I'm spending the rest of my life with, I'm going to want them to not be a part of that special moment. Shit, I like me and my ex, we dated for about a year or so, and I like that nigga is coming to my graduation because we have like real, like, an undying love for each other. Even if it's not romantic, I still want him to be in my life, because if we not like we at least we loved each other so much, we felt that we were soulmates, that we still wanted to be in each other's lives in some type of capacity. So we agreed to be friends, because the relationship wasn't working because neither one of our mental health, situations were at the at a peak. So it wasn't working when you have two people struggling with mental health, in a relationship. But I'm saying, like, that important moment, I don't even want him to miss. And this is your husband, and you're going to go find your biological parent, and you don't even want your husband there. This is crazy to me. This is crazy, and it's really stank how Tiffany talked to this man. And you sitting here saying all of this shit about everybody else's relationship, but you're lying about yours because you were making the scene that you and Lewis be having sex. But from what Lewis says, you don't even lay him like that. You don't even be giving him the money. You don't even be giving him the coochie like that. And you want to know why? Because you're not attracted to him. You want to know why that's the case? It's because he's not that type of dude that you would go after. But because he has money and because he has, a background and he has financial stability, you went to him and you got with him and you married him. But you don't love this man. You don't want this man. And I definitely don't feel that you're going to have another baby. She don't want another baby with that man. She just talking because she has nothing to bring him to the show. She don't want another baby. She ain't even having sex with him. And after you leave me and like in Huntsville to go find your biological parents with Melody, I wouldn't even want to fuck you. Bitch, it'll definitely be a Sahara Desert in the house if you did that to me. I'm definitely withholding all things sex. It's given very selfish, and I don't give this marriage that they have a year. I mean, not I won't say a year. I would say I give it 5 years tops before I feel like they'll divorce, because Tiffany has not learned from her. Like Lewis has learned from his past relationships, it seems, but he knows how to compromise. He knows how to support, but it seems that he doesn't know how to stand up for himself and really hold his partner accountable. That's something that you really need to learn how to do, because the way you letting this woman railroad all over you is giving me very beta, and I don't like that. Like, be a man in your relationship, Lewis. Be the man in your relationship. Tell your wife that you feel some type of way and stop acting like a little bitch. Stop acting like you scared to tell her how you feel. And to make matters worse, Miss Ellen V said, she said to make matters worse, her ex was helped her find her mom, right? And like her husband brought that point. I want to help you find your dad. It's given very much selfish. She doesn't care about this man. She only with him for the money. She left her last nigga who was the love of her life. Mind you, she never called Lewis her soulmate. She called her ex-husband her soulmate. She with Lewis for the money. But Lewis really loves her because he's attracted to her. She's light skinned, probably, and y'all know how they go in the South. She light skinned, and he probably views her a little bit out of his league. But I just wanna be real with you, Lewis. Tiffany is definitely in your league. Don't let her confuse you. Don't let the colorism get to your head. That bitch is not anything that of to brag about. Anyway, that was triangulation. What? Hold what? Oh my god, that would be a really good mix. Oh, Big Lou is a pretty cool guy. He needs to get with Melody's mom. I could definitely see that. I could definitely see that, because Melody's mom was fucking that nigga that looked like one of the Clark sisters, right? Ain't like wasn't that Mark Scott? Mark Scott looked like Denise Clark. That nigga looked like that nigga like he could pull you out a good A, B, and C selection in the church. I don't like. Oh, I cannot stand Mark. Oh, y'all. He gives me the heebie-jeebies. I think the show is a bad look for them. Some people don't belong on reality television. I do enjoy their IG lives. It is a very different look for them. Of course you're going to enjoy their IG lives is because they can control the narrative. Everybody looks good on social media. They're not going to show you the cracks in the mirror. But see, when you don't get to have control over what's being shown, it shows the actual reality. Tiffany is a trifling ass bitch. She's selfish, she's narcissistic, and she's weird. Everything about her is weird. The way that she felt comfortable approaching talking about, Monster last year was weird. The way that she brought up, Liberic's, side bitches was very weird. The way, like, it's just everything was weird about her. She's a trifling ass bitch, and she can't the way and y'all notice the way that she didn't like that. She didn't like how Stormy came in about her business, but she came in with everybody else's business. And I love that Melody reminded her, you came in very opinionated as well. So you don't get to be the victim in this, bitch. Sorry. But yeah, this was not a good look for Tiffany. Her elbow dimples, her bad body, trying to being stuffed in that dress. Like, Tiffany, you are not that girl. You really need to appreciate this man before he ends up leaving you. And Lewis, you need to go to the gym. Maybe you need a gastric bypass surgery. Maybe I don't know what it is. But I'm gonna need you to find your inner, confidence in yourself. I'm gonna need you to find that, because I can see that you don't have that confidence. You're not comfortable with yourself. Because if you were, you would be able, you would feel enough confidence to be able to tell your wife what she needs to know instead of what she wants to hear. But see, you're scared to lose her because you're scared you're not gonna find another person like her. But the thing is, you don't need a bitch like her in your life. Nobody does. She's selfish. She only cares about herself. She is completely ridiculous. You deserve way better, Lewis. But I'm gonna leave it at that for now. Tiffany, her elbow dimples, her bad body, her stank attitude, her nasty behavior. I don't like anything about Tiffany. I'm sorry, y'all. I do like you, Louis, but I do think that you have taken the brunt of a lot of the shit that she said. A lot of the stuff that she said, like, Lewis caught heat for last season. But it is what it is. But Lewis, go to the gym, do some cardio, get your revenge body, and I guarantee you the way she treats you is gonna be different. And the way that you feel about yourself is gonna be different. Because when you sexy and you got it like that, you can move, you able to move differently when you feel sexy. See, that's why Tiffany moves the way that she does, because some reason, some nigga out here, I don't know who the fuck this nigga was, told Tiffany that she was sexy. I don't know who told her that. I don't know who informed her of that. I don't know who told her in her Payless pumps that she was really giving sex pot. But she feels that, and that's why she moves the way that she does, because she feels that she holds that power in the relationship. But see, you need to gain that power back yourself, Lewis. And you need to start taking care of yourself, taking care of your body, going to work out, making sure that your body is looking the way it needs to look for your relationship, because she's not attracted to you. And I can see that. And I'm not trying to body shame you. I'm just being real. She's not attracted to you. I would say last episode when she was discussing her ex-husband, I cringe, and I wonder how Lewis felt about her expressing her love for her ex. He's like, probably upset, but can't say shit because he don't want her to like take the pussy off the table for the next few months. Cause that's the type of shit that she look like she do, honestly. But anyway, y'all, that's really all I have for y'all for this week's review. I'm gonna be reviewing Love and Marriage Hunts not Love and Marriage Huntsville, but the what's the what's the hell? What's the name of it? Put a ring on it. Put a ring on it with Miss Aubrey tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So please be there for that. I will be in very much just know that I'm going to be giving what it needs to be give. No, it's not going to be ready to love. It's going to be put a ring on it. We did ready to love yesterday. I mean on Friday. We did ready to love with Friday with Keena. So Saturday is going to be put a ring on it. So Keena had me in tears, y'all. Keena was funny as hell. I'm sorry, I ain't gonna hold you. I'm only be on here until an hour and 20 minutes, but so let's just say a little last before we head up out of here. But like, yeah, I'll be doing that with Miss Aubrey at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today. I'll be going in on Shay, of course. Shorty, Otis, and Charlana definitely gonna be going in on everybody because I have some stuff to get off my chest. But anyway, y'all, I really enjoyed this review. I appreciate everybody for watching. It's been real fun. I really hope y'all enjoyed this review. I feel like doing this, like, on only audio, it's kind of like a hindrance. I'm gonna really try to get my camera working for the next review, y'all. I'm really sorry, but yeah, much love, much peace. I'm about to get back to my schoolwork before I turn it in, and I wish y'all all the best. Please like, share, and subscribe. Also, y'all, like go to my bio. Like go to the description bar in this video and go follow a nigga on Twitter, please. Go follow the Twitter. Y'all been asking for my social media handles, and I'm giving it to you now. Like I might not have an Instagram yet, because I'm still trying to get rid of that whole spirit of mine. I'm trying to get rid of that whole spirit because I don't want to get on Instagram and be doing the most again. But I'm on Twitter, and it's everything is clean over there. I'm just talking about reality television and music and stuff like that. So follow me, and y'all get to tweet me live time while I watch TV shows, and y'all can message me. Talk to me, hit me up, let me know what y'all are thinking, what y'all feeling. Have a little conversation here and there. But yeah, follow me on Instagram, not Instagram, but Twitter on at Jeremy Speaks 702. Jeremy Speaks 702. And yeah, I love every single one of y'all. Thank y'all for watching my content, and God bless, okay? Peace.